Hey everybody, welcome back to another Jackson Jet Setting Resort Review. Today I'm really excited to show you the Park Hyatt Aviara, which is located in North San Diego County near Carlsbad, California. It's one of the most beautiful resorts in the area. It underwent a renovation a few years ago. It's been a couple of years since I've been on property, so I was super excited to see how everything has changed here since my last visit. Those who watch this channel regularly know that I'm a big Hyatt fan. I'm a globalist with Hyatt, so I wanted to check out everything there was to do here as a globalist and make the most of it. Since I was staying on points and it's a pricey property at 30,000 points a night, I did receive free parking, which is a great benefit for globalists. That would have been over $60 a night. Now, as you enter this property, you can see just how beautiful it truly is. Lots of custom art around the entire place. Again, Park Hyatt is one of the highest end brands that Hyatt has, so you got to make sure that things look pretty snazzy walking in. I think they do an amazing job here, making things feel very bright. Kind of remember this resort being a little dark the last time I was here, so I was happy to see those changes. Brand new bar right here. This is called Pacific Point, and they have a full food menu here, including sushi on some nights. So really great views of the ocean in the background. This property isn't located on the beach like the Alila nearby. It's located on a hill, and it has really good sweeping views, but just know that there is no beach access here at the Park Hyatt Aviara. But before we venture outside, let's continue our tour inside in the main lobby area. So this is located on floor 3. Again, built on a hill, so your room may be above or below the lobby, depending on where the hotel puts you. So we're going to head left to the check-in area. Check-in area is going to have a lot of bottled waters. They use canned water here, but it's, your free water benefit if you have World of Hyatt status. You can grab that there. The market is going to be open kind of breakfast hours all the way until 10 p.m. at night. You can grab a whole bunch of different menu items here, as well as beer and wine for the room. They have s'more kits, which are really nice because there's tons of fire pits around the resort. $35 for a s'more kit though, so just keep that in mind. Maybe stop by a grocery store on the way here. I grabbed an Italian sub and really enjoyed it here, and I thought that the prices were pretty reasonable for the food. So this is where the main guest elevators are going to be. And if you take the elevators down to floor 1, you can find the Life in Balance Miraval Spa as well as the pools, and we'll show you all of that in just a bit. We're going to continue our lobby tour, though, and head right of the check-in area and go check out a few more of the public spaces here. So it's a very sprawling resort. They have a big convention center here, so if you're here for a high-end convention, you may be finding this video. Thanks a lot for watching. If you like these types of videos, please consider subscribing to the channel. It really helps us out. One cool, unique feature, I've seen this actually in a number of different resorts now, but it's a Top Golf Swing Suite. Basically a golf simulator that you can rent by the hour, which is really fun for families. And there's also a game room with a pool table right next to that. If you turn left, you're going to find Ponto Lago, which is going to be the resort's main restaurant, I would say. This is also where you're going to find your globalist breakfast. So we dined here. We got a to-go order later in the evening to try their paella. It's got kind of a Latin food menu in the evenings, and then breakfast is pretty American, I would say, but a little high-end, and it was really, really nice. So here's a couple looks at our to-go food. I was really happy with the entire presentation, and the churros were absolutely to die for. I would not miss those if you're here on property. In the morning, we sat down for breakfast, and we had really great service, and I was really impressed that they didn't even bring us a bill as a globalist. They said everything was taken care of, which is really nice and slick. Again, globalists get full breakfast, tax and tip included, so it's really nice that the property did that. And all the food was very delicious. Next to Ponte Lago is going to be the resort's fitness center, as well as the hallway to get over to all the convention center rooms. Lots of meeting rooms here too. So you can head down the hall there and find whatever meeting you're here for. Fitness center, though, key card access, and pretty high-end. Sometimes these are located in the spas, but Miraval has a whole separate area here. But they do have a separate exercise room that they use for different classes. There's a number of different fitness classes that you can sign up for free that are included in your resort fee. One of my best tips for the World of Hyatt program is if you're a globalist, you don't pay resort fees. But if you're using award points for your stay, even if you don't have any status at all, you don't pay a resort fee. $60 resort fee here at the Park Hyatt Aviara, so that is a big savings. I did love that the gym had a full schedule up on the wall, as well as cool towels, apples. So it's definitely a high-end gym. When they have some free food items in there for you, you can tell that you're somewhere fancy. Really beautiful art in all the hallways here. And now we're on floor 4. We're going to go check out our pool suite. So this is a suite that I booked in advance with my globalist status. It is the standard suite here, and it is absolutely spectacular. It's one of the best suites that we have ever received as Hyatt members. 1.5 baths, so you have a guest bathroom right as you walk in, and then a large couch that pulls out to a queen bed. And I can say from experience that the queen bed is not very comfortable, so just keep that in mind. But it's big enough to fit one person. We were jamming in a whole bunch of people here, and I took the couch, and so it was not comfortable. All of your coffee service, Nespresso machine here in a slick looking cabinet, as well as the mini fridge. So plenty of storage for any leftovers, waters, that sort of thing. Really nice decorations here on the wall. You have a resort phone, you have a Bose speaker system, a couple of plugs as well. Just really, really beautiful here in the living room. One cool feature of this room, at least, we had 2 different balconies. So the living room and the main bedroom have a balcony. Now walking into the main bedroom, you see a nice plush king bed right there. A couple of nice decorations on the wall that kind of lend itself to the ocean environment that we're in. Another television right there, a couple of cabinets for storage. Then plenty of plugs near the bed on either side. Nice little sitting area here with a real orchid in the room. Very nice. Thermostat over there to the left. And then I really loved this area because it's gigantic for a suite. I often complain on this channel about the size of suite bathrooms and how they're really just the size of a regular room's bathroom. Not so here at the Park Hyatt Aviara. Nice, oversized bathroom. Double sink vanities, full tub, shower. Really nice amenities here. They even give you a loofah, some bath salts, so all of the high-end 5-star amenities that you expect at the Park Hyatt were available here. Little makeup counter there to get ready, and then the walk-in closet was absolutely gigantic. Plenty of room here for a lot of stuff. You have slippers, you had laundry bags, the whole works, and then a separate toilet area with a separating door. So really, really nice environment here. I loved the balcony chairs as well, very comfortable, and I had a great view of the pool as you would expect from the pool suite. So now let's go explore the pool area. We're going to head down the stairs from the main lobby, and this is going to be a big event lawn. You're going to see a lot of events here if you're staying for a couple of days, big weddings, corporate events, that sort of thing. But this is going to be the main area that you're going to find any sort of ocean view. It's going to be far off in the distance, but really pretty garden here. Ponte Lagos over there to the right, and then some guest rooms over to the left. I really love this fountain. Kind of remind me of like a Moorish fountain from the south of Spain or something like that. Really fun vibes here. And here's a look back at where we came from. So up those steps are over to the Pacific Point Bar and the main lobby. So a nice path that wraps around the entire resort and has sort of the best views from the hill looking down at the valley below. One of the resort's main features is this Arnold Palmer designed 18-hole golf course, the Aviara Golf Club, managed by Troon. It is a fantastic golf course. I gotta say, I didn't get to play it this trip. I'm gonna play it next trip. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Up and down the mountain, lots of elevation changes, some fun views of the lagoon, but really pretty here. And overlooking all of that is going to be the pool complex. So walking in, you grab your towels. They have plenty of pool attendants here. Very family-friendly resort for being 5-star. These water slides were added in the renovation, so you have an enclosed slide as well as a more little kid slide that's a little less intense. And then a separate pool. You do have a little sand play area here for the smaller kids, and that 0 entry into the main pool. So very family-friendly pool here. Not gigantic by any means. I felt like it did feel a little busy. The resort was bought out completely before we checked in, so I was surprised to see that many people checking in on the day of our visit. Cabanas, of course, for rent. And then Water's Edge is going to be the pool bar here, and this is my first of two critiques of the pool area. One, this area closes way too early. The pool bar service closes at 5 p.m. The kitchen closes at 4 p.m., not on Friday and Saturday, and then 5 p.m. on Friday and Saturday. There's still several hours of light, and it's great sunset views from here, so I'm surprised that they closed that early, and the water slides are only open from 11 to 4 p.m. I think that's entirely too early. There is an adults only pool here if you want to avoid the families, so really nice pool here with a hot tub over here to the left, a little bit more substantial cabana offerings as well. They look kind of more built in, like something at a Spanish mansion in California, like LA. Very cool vibe here, and really amazing views, some of the best views of the whole resort. And you might be wondering what's down that hill. Well, we're going to head down there right now. Made a walk for this video down from the adult pool complex to check out the tennis center here at the Park Hyatt Aviara. So if you didn't know, the Park Hyatt Aviara actually opened as a full Four Seasons property. So strangely, they do have a Four Seasons residence property at the bottom of the hill, and they share some of the same amenities like the golf club and the tennis club. So you can see the Four Seasons branding here still, but pretty steep walk down the hill, but it's a nice walk, and they have shuttles. They can take you anywhere you'd like to go. You just tell them where you want to go. So walking over to the tennis center here, I was curious to see if they had torn out any of the tennis courts for pickleball. Most resorts now are going to have some sort of pickleball action going on because of how popular it is. Pretty big parking lot for the tennis center here, and I was surprised to see that they actually had real grass croquet and badminton. There's a look at the resort up on the hill, so it's a pretty far distance here if you're walking. They have sand volleyball, which wasn't set up during my visit, but I imagine during the summer months that's quite popular. And then you had 5 tennis courts, and then one of the tennis courts did seem to have been converted to pickleball, and some people were playing on it. But really pretty gardens here, and that's located pretty close to the Aviara Golf Club, so that's a little bit of a further walk ahead. You got to cross a slightly busier street. And included in your resort fee is access to the Aviara Golf Club's practice facility, so you can go hit balls if you brought your clubs or go and putt. The main clubhouse is going to be featuring a new celebrity chef restaurant that opened a number of years ago. It's Richard Blaze's Ember Rye. So we did want to try this for some appetizers. We wanted to just check out everything that we could in our short stay. Really a pretty facility, though. They had this awesome little tiled inlay as you walk in. But the restaurant has really nice views of the 18th green and the Bataquitos Lagoon right here. There's actually a hiking trail that you can walk on from this area, get out to the lagoon and do some nature walks. But unbelievable bread service here at Ember Rye. I think it is absolutely worth the trip there. But we're enjoying a little cocktail as a family and some of the delicious appetizer options here. So I wouldn't miss this. This is probably my favorite food. But I did want to take you back up to the main resort and show you Miraval Life and Balance Spa. At least briefly, we didn't do any treatments, but it's just so unique that they have this here. The resorts are super famous, as I mentioned, and we have all the tours of the main Miraval resorts on the channel. But they have some really nice features here. This is one of the best spas I think that you can pay money for in the U.S. just based on the branding alone. Full retail shop here as well. Now, if you're looking for things to do, you might be coming here as a family. We loved Legoland, which is really close to the resort. It's about a 10-15 minute drive. Lots of fun activities for the kids. And pretty reasonable ticket prices. They were running a second day free campaign. The parking is $35 a car, which is pretty expensive, so just keep that in mind. But they do have the full Legoland theme park as well as Sea Life Aquarium, so plenty of things to do as a family here. We really love that. The other thing I wanted to mention is how easy it was to get to the resort with our new flight from Phoenix to Carlsbad Airport. We didn't have to fly into San Diego, which is about a 50-minute drive depending on traffic, and traffic can get bad. But this was one of the easiest airports we've ever flown into. There's just one single gate, super easy to get through security, and then it was a quick flight home. So overall, that is the Park Hyatt Aviara. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.